Of course, you know you're going to be doing sales work here at Kresge's, but maybe you're wondering exactly what a sales lady at Kresge's does. Well, the best way to find out is to talk to an experienced Kresge sales lady and let her show you what her job is like. So let's go over to the toilet article department and meet Mary Jane Campbell. Miss Campbell, we'd like you to meet a new member of the Kresge family.
Oh, how do you do?
We were wondering if you'd mind explaining just what a sales lady at Kresge's does.
Why, I'd be glad to.
Thanks a lot. I'll just leave you two together then and see you later.
Well, why don't you just step back at the counter here with me, and I'll try to give you an overall idea of a Kresge sales lady's job. I won't stop to explain how to do anything right now, but we'll just see what there is to do. You don't need to worry about the details. You'll find that the manager and everyone else in the store will be friendly and helpful. And as long as you're friendly, too, and willing to learn, why, you'll be one of the family in no time. So right now, let's just see what you'll be doing as a Kresge sales lady. Now, as soon as you've had enough experience, you'll be assigned to a department like this. It might be hardware, stationery, infants' wear, almost anything. But whatever it is, you'll find it's mighty interesting. You see, your department is yours. You can see the results right away of everything you do. In fact, it's just like running a little store of your own. Of course, your biggest job in running any store is selling your merchandise. After all, that's what we're really here for. And selling means doing everything we can to give the customer the friendly service that Kresge's is noted for. But you'll hear more about that later. And incidentally, if you've never operated a cash register before, don't worry about it. It's really as simple as dialing a telephone after you've used it a few times. And if you should ever have any trouble, all you have to do is call your department number, and you'll be given assistance. Now, it's natural during a day's business with customers handling merchandise all the time for items to get out of place on the counter. So you'll be straightening it up frequently to keep it looking as neat and tidy as you can all the time. And that includes being sure that every display is priced correctly and that price signs are always clean and fresh. Then, too, you'll want to make sure that your reserve stock under the counter, what we call understock, is always in good order so that everything will be easy to find. And from time to time, you'll be taking items out of the understock to replace what you've sold from the top of the counter. Now, when the understock gets low, you'll order more from the stockroom, so you'll always have plenty of every item in reserve. The supply of paper bags is another thing you'll want to check up on, so you'll be sure to have enough of all sizes on hand when you need them. Now, when it's time to reorder a new supply of merchandise, it'll be part of your job to know what's needed. So you see, with helping customers, keeping your counter neatly filled, with plenty of stock on hand, and ordering merchandise in the stockroom, you really are running your own little store. Oh, and one thing I almost forgot to mention. You'll be building displays, too, like this one, to help call attention to new merchandise or some special value you may have. Of course, photographs, outlines, and other assistance will be given you on how to build or change a display. You know, that's one nice thing about working at Kresge's. Your department is yours, and you're on your own. And yet there's always help within easy reach when you need it. You can always feel free to call for assistance when you need change for a customer, or to help take care of a customer who might, for some reason or other, have a complaint to make. Whatever the problem, call for help when you need it. There'll be someone to help you. And you'll find that the manager is one of your best friends. He'll always take time to answer your questions or to help you with any problem you may have. After all, he's worked his way up from the stockroom and knows the business. He can be a lot of help to you, and he wants you to call on him. Say, it's time for my relief period. You see, we have regular relief periods so we can freshen up and have a little relaxation. Why don't you come along and see our lounge? Believe me, it sure is nice to have a place like this where you can visit with the other girls and relax a bit. And, of course, you can always stand a little repair job about this time of day. Well, you can see that with selling merchandise and keeping everything in apple pie order so it'll be easier for the customer to buy,
There's always something to do.
Well, that's certainly true, Miss Campbell. And thanks a lot for your time. Well, I'm sure you have a better idea now of what your job is as a Kresge sales lady. You don't know the details yet, but that will come easily because you'll have all the help you need from those around you. After all, your job at Kresge's is just like running a little store of your own. And we're sure that, like other members of the Kresge family, you'll find it's interesting every minute.